Deep in the forests of Madagascar lives a primate that looks like evolution went slightly off script. Huge yellow eyes, bat-like ears, and a skeletal middle finger so long and thin it looks borrowed from a horror movie. But that finger. It's a precision hunting tool found nowhere else in the animal kingdom. Here's how it works. The aye-aye taps on tree bark, listening for hollow tunnels beneath the surface. This technique, called percussive foraging, is basically echolocation through touch. Once it detects movement inside, it gnaws through the wood with rodent-like incisors that never stop growing. Then it slides that bony finger into the tunnel and hooks out grubs and larvae. That finger can rotate in ways that would snap a human's. It probes cracks and crevices with surgical accuracy. Madagascar has no woodpeckers. So the aye-aye evolved to fill the role, a primate that became the ecological equivalent of a bird. It's also the world's largest nocturnal primate, the only one known to use echolocation to hunt. But there's a darker side. In local folklore, the aye-aye is considered an omen of death. Some believe if it points its finger at you, you're cursed. Because of this superstitional, along with habitat loss, it's now endangered. An evolutionary marvel, it's feared for the very trait that makes it extraordinary. Thorny devil, imagine a lizard-covered head to tail and sharp spikes. That's Australia's thorny devil, and it drinks through its skin. Its entire body is lined with microscopic grooves. When dew, rain, or even damp sand touches its scales, water travels along these channels through capillary action, moving upward against gravity straight to its mouth. It doesn't need to lower its head to drink, just stands there and hydrates. In the scorching deserts of Australia, where standing water is rare, this is the difference between life and death. It can even absorb moisture from sand that feels barely wet to us. And that's not the only trick. It has a false head knob on the back of its neck. When threatened, it tucks its real head down and presents the decoy to predators. Diet almost exclusively ants, up to 3,000 per day. Despite constantly eating, it moves in slow, deliberate steps across the desert. A spiked water harvesting ant specialist. Evolution got creative. Beneath the underwater caves of Slovenia and Croatia lives something that barely seems real. The alm is a blind salamander that can live over 100 years and survive without food for a decade. It looks like a pale, elongated worm with tiny legs. Its skin is ghostly white, almost translucent, because it has never needed pigment. It lives in total darkness. Over millions of years, its eyes became useless. Instead, it relies on smell, hearing, and even the ability to detect faint electrical signals in the water. Here's the wild part. If exposed to light, it can actually develop some pigmented, partially functional eyes, but it prefers the dark. Food in caves is scarce, so the alm evolved an incredibly slow metabolism. It lowers its energy use to near zero, storing nutrients with extreme efficiency. It doesn't reach sexual maturity until around 15 years old. Females reproduce only once every decade or more. Everything about it operates on a slow-motion timeline. Locals sometimes call it the human fish because of its skin tone. It's less an animal and more a living relic of ancient Earth. Welcome, nature lovers, to a journey into the wild, where we'll meet 5 of the most extraordinary creatures on our planet. These aren't your everyday animals. They're nature's oddballs, masterpieces of evolution that defy our expectations. From the eternally youthful to the truly bizarre, get ready to be amazed. First up, let's dive into the mystical waters of Mexico to meet the axolotl. Looking like a character straight out of a fantasy movie, this walking fish is actually a salamander that refuses to grow up. It lives its entire life in a larval state, keeping its feathery external gills and a charming, permanent smile. But here's the real magic. The axolotl is a regeneration superstar. Lose a limb? No problem. It can regrow it perfectly. It can even regenerate parts of its brain and heart. This incredible ability makes it a marvel of science and a true Peter Pan of the animal kingdom. Now let's travel to the swamps of South America to find the hoatzin, a bird that seems to have flown right out of the prehistoric era. Often called the stink bird, it has a unique digestive system that ferments leaves, giving it a rather pungent manure-like odor. But that's not its only strange feature. Hoatzin chicks are born with claws on their wings, just like ancient dinosaurs. They use these claws to climb through the dense foliage, giving us a living glimpse into a long-lost world. It's a true time traveler right here in our modern age. From the jungle, we venture to the vast, windswept grasslands of Central Asia, home to the Saiga antelope. You can't miss this one. Its most striking feature is its enormous, flexible nose, which looks a bit like a short trunk. This incredible snout isn't just for show. In the summer, it filters out dust kicked up by the herd. In the freezing winter, it warms the frigid air before it reaches the lungs. This remarkable adaptation allows the Saiga to survive in one of Earth's most extreme environments, a true testament to nature's ingenuity. Our next stop takes us to the beautiful isolated islands of New Zealand to meet the kakapo. This isn't your average parrot. For starters, it's the world's only flightless parrot, and it's also one of the heaviest. Being nocturnal, it spends its days snoozing and its nights foraging on the forest floor. It has a distinctive, sweet, musty smell, and it makes a loud, booming call to attract mates that can travel for miles. With a personality often described as friendly and curious, the kakapo is a gentle giant, a rare and precious gem of the bird world. Finally, we journey to the coldest, driest, and highest continent on Earth, Antarctica. In this icy wilderness lives the emperor penguin. These birds are the epitome of endurance. They are the only animals that breed during the harsh Antarctic winter. The male famously incubates a single egg on his feet for over 2 months, huddled together with thousands of other fathers for warmth, enduring blistering winds and temperatures far below freezing, all without eating. This incredible display of parental devotion and cooperation in the face of extreme adversity makes the emperor penguin a true king of the ice. From the regenerating axolotl to the dedicated emperor penguin, our planet is filled with animals that push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Each one is a unique story of survival, adaptation, and wonder. We hope you've enjoyed meeting these 5 incredible creatures. If you did, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more adventures into the amazing world of wildlife. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.